And welcome to another Mark Bishop Show. You know, the retail landscape has undergone a significant transformation, and particularly with trends like buying online and through apps, curbside pickup, and highly personalized shopping. Yeah, here it is again. AI, artificial intelligence. It's ushering in a new era for retail and driving change across the ecosystem, from back-end operations to employee tools, right through to the customer service experience. So, I'm lucky to have Paul Crimm. He's the Chief Technology Officer of Honeywell Productivity Services and Solutions. Welcome, Paul.
Good morning, Mark. Thank you for having me.
Hey, Paul, what percentage of retail decision makers do you think are planning to adopt AI now?
At this point, it's over 50%. We're looking at around 59% of decision makers are actively looking at AI. That includes, there's a lot of AI already being leveraged in the retail space, but there's so much new. The wave of change is so large now that you see that number increasing continuously.
And, a lot of pressures, I guess, to try and mitigate pressures such as increasing operational costs, supply chain uncertainty, and rising customer expectations. That's a big one, isn't it?
Huge. Yeah, getting things done faster and more accurate is always a goal, right? So the goals haven't changed, but the tools that are available now to enable that through not only AI but automation, right? So it's the kinesthetic and the digital coming together to pull this off in spades compared to what it was even a decade ago.
Well, they say that these technologies can enable better utilization of the workforce, which can lead to improved, job satisfaction and more time to focus on higher value tasks. As you say, we all shoppers, we want everything now. I guess the shoppers will feel the downstream effects that AI brings with more personalized experiences, I guess.
That's right. So you think about in the past, we've all witnessed this, right? Where even online ordering in the past, you were lucky if you could get second day air and, oh, by the way, you're going to pay for it. Well, fast forward to today, it's very common to get next day delivery, and it's even becoming more common to get things within 2 hours. So and by the way, 2 hours later, it's accurate. It's the exact product that you ordered. So we're already conditioned to expect this level of change. But then when you add on to that, the new AI technologies enabling the workforce to be more productive, as you pointed out, the fact that we can shorten the time from a worker asking what he needs to do to getting an answer to the problem to actually performing an action. So ask a question, get an answer, perform an action. The space in between those steps is being decreased to zero. Mm-hmm. And so what do you do with that extra time? Sure, you can be more productive, you can sell more product, but you can also use that extra time to think more about the customer and to be creative and to engage with your customers. And then if you add on top of that some of the technology that's coming out to actually individualize the relationship with the customer, this is where extra time available, more product, more accuracy coming out the door, but also having more time to curate the content and the communications with the customer, whether it's in person or through social media, through the digital commerce. This is having this halo effect, right, of increasing that customer experience and removing it from being just transactional and being actually more personal.
Well, listeners, I don't know about you, but to me it sounds absolutely wonderful. Talk about customer service. I mean, how many times have you been into retail and you're lucky to be served, or you're doing them a favor? Not all. Some are fantastic. They work hard at it, but hey, it's going to get better. Honeywell, a big name, big corporation, been around a long time. Productivity Services and Solutions. Your job is hands-on to understand how to improve business overall, Paul?
That's right. So productivity solutions, we work a lot with transportation logistics as well as large retail establishments. And a lot of, if you look on our website, you'll see a lot of the products and solutions that we bring to market to support those companies.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, folks, that's automation.honeywell.com, automation.honeywell.com. Yeah, Paul, I always recommend that, we grab a cup of Joe and even with the podgies on, sit there and read, because you can get a lot off a site. You can really get a good understanding of what's going on. Speaking of what's going on, how are the retailers adopting AI technologies right now, do you think?
There's actually quite a bit of adoption already in play. Some of the things I mentioned, like one example is, Honeywell has a really large portfolio of voice-enabled workflow. And being able to, pick for orders using voice instead of a laptop or a computer enables your workforce to be hands-free. And so that uses AI. You also look at a lot of our automation solutions, all using AI. These are parts of AI that retail establishments are using and have been using for quite some time. And then what we're really looking at is retailers are now looking at maximizing that customer experience, and how can you use AI in the multimedia marketing side, engaging with social media, interacting with the customer individually as opposed to in groups. These are areas where AI is also going to be increasing and improving in the retail space.
Well, from what you just said, that the vision I got was where staff can't be playing around with phones, going onto social media, or surfing the web if it's a laptop or if it's a
Right.
desktop computer. Because now, just use the voice if you need something. You mentioned a couple before, but can you tell us any others about how AI can improve the worker productivity and the overall customer experience?
Sure. So, a good example would be what we call speed to competency. So in the retail world, turnover is real, and you have new workers entering the workforce quite often. And how long does it take you to train a new worker on the way that you do business, whether it be how to work the cash register, how to work the lanes, how to do the inventory? So with AI, you can actually decrease the amount of time it takes to bring that worker up to speed and to be productive. Again, diminishing the amount of time that you're taking to onboard creates more space to have better customer experience.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good example of one that they're using.
That is indeed, and because that costs a lot of money too to a small business, medium-sized biz.
Right.
The staffing
That's right.
capable with it all. So, in your mind, and I know you're going to be biased, but what is the future of AI technology in retail?
I think the future is now. It's already happening, but if you look out even a little further, you're going to see more and more automation. More and more tasks that are day-to-day type tasks are going to be automated. And what does that mean? That means that, again, the workforce has more time and energy to spend with what matters, which is working with customers, interacting with customers, and creating that customer experience. So you're going to, in tandem with automation, you're going to see customer service becoming very important, especially if you dovetail that with all of social media making the surface area of more and more retail establishments that you used to not have access to. You as a consumer now have access to that much more. So there's more competition in play. So you're going to see the automation, you're going to see the customer service increase out of necessity. And you're also going to see what I keep talking about, these intimate relationships. The retail establishments are going to be capable of interacting with you, the individual, much more intimately than say a group of people. And that's going to improve the overall experience.
Well, mate, that sounds fantastic. And if they can improve anything to do where you're given 17 numbers on a phone to try and get something that's real, alive, or breathes, boy, I'm for that. Because it's bad, isn't it? Automation.honeywell.com. That's where you go, automation.honeywell.com. And read all about it. A lot of good stuff going on. And thank you, Paul. Paul Crimm, he's the Chief Technology Officer of Honeywell Productivity Services and Solutions, right in the thick of it there with retail. And for all our retail friends, you've got some exciting things to look forward to. Paul, it's been a pleasure having you. Thanks for coming on.
Awesome. Thank you for having me, Mark. Appreciate it.
All right. Have a great week. Goodbye.